going to get a little bit longer and more people expected today because this is the only spot, of course, in Seattle. So again, they are opening it up. Let's see this live if we can. If you guys can hang with me right now, it may take a little bit longer. Well, maybe not. So again, at this point, they are just trying to find this first shipment. As I mentioned, we were expecting it earlier this morning, but they've got a couple hours. It doesn't open up until noon. They are opening up the box maybe right now. We'd love to bring it to you live if we can. I spoke with Amber earlier. You know, this is the store, of course, the only store here in Seattle. They are hoping that everyone will pay with cash. That's the goal here. And non-refundable, once you get it, you can't bring it back. And here we go, opening up the first box. Amber, how you feeling?
Definitely excited to count all this product here, so yeah.
Did you think this day would come? Is it kind of surreal?
It is definitely surreal, definitely. So it's exciting to be here. A lot of work ahead of us, though. We gotta physically count every single bag and make sure everything's accounted for. So
10 pounds. How long do you think that's going to last you?
hopefully throughout the day. Maybe, you know, if we're lucky, a little bit tomorrow, but it'll probably sell out.
Amber, thank you so much. They've got a lot of work to do. Again, of course, opening up officially at noon, but you just saw it. First batch here in Seattle, live on the air. We'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, Kelly, could you do us a huge favor? Could you show us what's in the box there? What denominations are those little packets, and what is it?
There you go.
It's just a type right now. And at this point, they're going to have 4 different strains here at this location. Of course, it depends on the store. And as they get more and more as this continues, of course, this is just one store opening up today. Ultimately, there's going to be some 21 here in Seattle. So as it goes on, that's 4 strains they're going to have. As Amber just said, they have to sort it all out. They've got to count it all out. And then if you come into the store today, you'd be able to pick between one of those 4, given that they don't run out.
Yeah, which is going to probably be an issue as well, running out of some of that supply there. Kelly, thank you. Historic day. However, it will be a quiet morning for several licensed pot shops around the state this morning. In fact, in Tacoma, creative retail management remains closed right now, and suppliers for space were not able to deliver the product in time, but they are hoping to have their doors open by the end of the month. Some similar problems right now in Bellevue as well, where both Green Theory and Greenside need certificates of occupancy from the city before they can open. And in Bellingham this morning, 2020 Solutions says it's expected to get its supply early this morning, but that hit a bit of a snag with the State Liquor Control Board, and now they hope to open their doors later on this week. So that leaves just one other store in Bellingham, Top Shelf Cannabis, which is expecting to open at about 8 o'clock this morning.
Tom Yazwinski is there live, and folks have been camped out overnight there, Tom?
Well, we saw more and more people arrive as we've been here. We've been here for a couple hours now, and take a look at the crowd. The line's certainly starting to form here. We have about, I'd say 10 people here looming around, waiting for stores to open, or doors to open at 8 o'clock. Take a look at this video we shot moments ago as the product rolled in this morning for delivery. Top Shelf Cannabis received a little over 7 pounds of marijuana in this first shipment. Another shipment of 13 pounds is expected later today. The owner hopes the 20 pounds will be enough to serve customers up here. The first several customers will get a deep discount on marijuana, just $10 per gram, we're told. Now, some of the first people in line aren't even Washington residents. 3 people from Kansas were in town visiting family, and it just so happens the dates matched up on their visit.
You have 4 different strains.
I'm interested in being a part of something that I've always been very much an advocate of, because being involved in the medical field, it is, I believe it should be as available as aspirin.
So that's Sarah Gordon. She says she has no intention of taking the product back home. She and her family will just enjoy it here while they're here and take part in this monumental day. Her and her family just say this is such a big day for Washington, a big day for this entire country, that she didn't want to miss it. And she couldn't believe that she is here during this huge day. As recreational marijuana goes on sale here in Washington State at 8 o'clock. Later on today, we're going to take you inside Top Shelf Cannabis. You'll get to see the product as it's put on the store shelves, and when the first purchase is made later on. Back to you.
Okay, Tom, thank you. Now that pot is legal, a lot of questions still, and a lot of obvious glitches in the system.
Oh, absolutely. So joining us this morning to break it all down, Q13 Fox political analyst Sierra Douglas. Sierra, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so talk a little bit. We were just chit-chatting, and we were saying this was supposed to either kill or at least severely limit the black
what you can find in the black market, so why go to these new stores? Well, there are going to be people who won't go to the new stores for that very reason. But over time, as more of them open, as the supply sort of, unfolds here, that price will come down and sort of differential between the black market and these stores will be less. One reason, even if the prices over time are slightly higher than you can get in the black market, one reason why people will be lured to these stores is that they could guarantee the quality of pot in these stores. It will be tested. You'll know exactly what's in it. If you go to the black market, you don't necessarily know what you're getting. You don't know what it's laced with. You don't know the THC content, all the rest. So all that is going to be sort of guaranteed, if you will, under these new stores, which will be tempting for a lot of people. They've never had that before.
So with the retail shops open now, what does this mean for the medical marijuana industry, and what does it mean for the dispensaries?
Well, the dispensaries are going to actually probably suffer a very slow death here. I mean, technically, they were never licensed by the state. They sort of grew up out of a loophole. So the federal government has actually said, listen, Washington, if you want this experiment to go forward, we're going to let you, but you've got to close down the dispensaries. You cannot have these two systems alive. The state legislature sort of grappled with how to do it. They kind of punted. They're going to need to go back to that. I mean, over time, the dispensaries will go away, and the only sort of stores, if you will be these state-run pot stores.
All right, we saw what they are offering here just a few minutes ago in Kelly's live shop, but talk a little bit about these edibles. They're not available right now in stores. What's the holdup? When are we going to see those?
No, you won't see edibles, and you won't see them for a while. One of the problems with edibles is actually the experience they've had in Colorado, which of course went to legalization earlier this year. It is very tough to actually get the right dosage, if you will, in edibles, and we learned that some people have taken too much in Colorado, kind of overdosed, if you will. That's too strong a word. I guess maybe some would say they did, but took more than they expected. It's very hard to figure out how to actually create edibles that are right, that the packaging's right, that the sort of warnings are right, and that you can be sure of how much you're getting. So they're going to wait here on edibles until they have it better understood, until they have it more defined. So the Liquor Control Board is not allowing edibles for the moment here.
Still a lot of gray area and a lot of questions to come. We'll be chatting with you throughout the morning. Sierra Douglas will be back answering questions all morning. And be sure to head to our Facebook page as well to ask your question or tweet us, hashtag Q13Fox. A man who kept a SWAT team at bay for hours on the loose this morning. We brought you this as breaking news last night. This happened at a home on 323rd and 26th Place in Federal Way. It started just before 6 o'clock last night. Police say the 22-year-old suspect pointed a gun at his girlfriend's brother. The brother managed to get away.